You murdered Charles Burgrave, Jason. You poisoned him.
That's a very ugly accusation, Michael. I do hope you can back up such a claim.
Oh, I've got all the proof I need.
Belgrave died in a fall.
Don't waste my time. We both know you're lying.
And I know you're bluffing.
Give me credit for some sense. I found all the copper futures. I showed you the Botswana documents with your signature on them.
That doesn't prove a thing, Michael.
Oh, it does, Jason. It does to me. To me, it's the last piece of the proverbial jigsaw. You see, I never did buy all that garbage about you making your own way in the world. Being sent out by a billionaire parent to prove your worth and accidentally pitching up in some tiny TV program here in England. Your father always intended to fleece Charles Belgrave, and he used you to do it. One thing that intrigues me, though, did you always intend to kill him too, Jason?
Dear, oh dear. The boy's lost it.
Your father needed partners in an illegal operation to corner the copper market. Partners with millions at their disposal who were smart enough to realize the potential and also greedy enough to want a piece of the action.
This is fascinating, Michael.
Now, Belgrave didn't know that much about copper futures, but it was easy enough to persuade him. I mean, hey, everybody was going to make hundreds of millions of dollars, weren't they? And that's what you told him, isn't it?
Well, you tell me. This is your script, mate.
Best of all, it was a risk-free operation. Spear mining would indemnify Belgrave against any losses. So if it did lose money, the great international muscle of a spear conglomerate would bail him out. But then it all went terribly sour, didn't it? When did you realize you had to kill him, Jason?
No. Well, it was stuck fast. Then Matthew tried to batter it down. I mean, I was afraid he was going to hurt himself. But he couldn't do it either. When I tried, pushed it straight home. Then Matthew tried again, but it wouldn't budge.
And then what happened?
Oh, well, then Matthew took a flying leap at it, kind of crashed straight through it and ended up on the floor.
And who was inside?
Oh, it was empty.
Oh, that must have been disappointing.
Well, it was, but it made me realize that I really need to get a one-to-one with Van Dorn.
Captain? Why?
Well, it's a case of the blind leading the blind here. Do you remember when Jason first started the automatic writing? How he was all over the place? Because he needed practice. Well, I think it's the same with our spirits. They're trying to get a message to us, but it's just not coming across.
So you think we're dealing with inept ghosts here?
If you like, but it could be better to just think of it that they're beginners.
So you want to cut out the middleman and go straight to Van Dorn?
Well, I want to use the middleman to get to Van Dorn.
And how do you propose to do that?
I've got to get Jason in the right frame of mind. Relaxed and totally trusting me. Did you, do what I asked you? Show him how much you care?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. No, he's totally relaxed about that.
See, at first I couldn't work out why there was so little evidence. I mean, no paperwork or anything to speak of.
It's very simple, really, isn't it? That's because it's just pure speculation on your part.
Well, then it hit me. can imagine what you said to Charles. Listen, mate, I don't think we want any strands of evidence hanging around to link us to any conspiracy. I don't think we want any footprints in the snow, so why don't we just trust each other on this one? But Charles never trusted anyone in his life.
Mm-hmm. There's a flaw in the theory, then.
Oh, no. You killed him, all right.
But if you think I killed him, why haven't you called the police yet, Michael?
No, it's not in my interests.
Not in your interests.
To be perfectly honest with you, Jason, you've done me a favor. I mean, I hate to speak ill of the dead, especially in front of their killer and all. But if you hadn't murdered him, I might well have had to.
I rather think you did.
Well, you're not alone now. The police seem to think I had something to do with it. And there's good reason to believe that Charles was going to cut me out of his will. You killed him in the nick of time. Wasn't that fortuitous?
Oh, Sarah. Have you seen Jason?
No, I think he's gone for the evening.
Oh, God, he's never around when you need him, that boy.
What do you need him for?
I need to talk money. I've got an exact figure.
Oh, you've given him a rough estimate there, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well, isn't it close enough?
Well, don't you worry about that. Your job is to make sure that the entire staff come with us on the appointed day.
Yeah, I'm working through them one by one. The key players are with us. But the problem is that the more people I tell, the greater the risk of it reaching Michael's ears.
Well, that's just a risk we have to take. You have to make certain that we don't leave enough people to make a show with on the night that we cut and run.
Yeah, all he needs is 2 technicians and a front man or woman.
Well, you got your work cut out then.
I'll do it. Michael doesn't have a hope. I'll see you tomorrow.
No, come on, Michael. Nobody believe Jason killed Belgrave? Not good old Jason, so sweet, so stupid, so stupid, really. However, I think your name's going to be bandied around, mate.
That's why you're wrong, I'm afraid. You see, I have proof. Incontrovertible proof.
But didn't you say that there's no paperwork? No paperwork, no evidence, if I understand correctly. As far as the outside world is concerned, Belgrave never even met my father.
As you've been at pains to point out ever since you got here. But we do know that he had the great misfortune of meeting his son.
I must have met him maybe 6 times in my entire life.
Come, Jason. You're forgetting what position I'm in now. I have access to all of Belgrave's secretarial records. I know who went to visit him, how long they stayed, when they went. I also know all the times that you went up to the Hampstead house.
So we met. Maybe we played poker.
Maybe you did. Games of bluff and chance. Charles was very good at games, wasn't he? Just when you thought you had him, it turns out that he had you. That's what happened, isn't it?
Is it?
Belgrave bought all the copper futures you needed. Then it went sour. The market collapsed, and instead of making $1 billion, you lost $1 billion. So you told Belgrave, sorry, but the deal's off. And you were going to walk away, leaving him holding a very expensive baby indeed, and cursing himself that he didn't have any evidence to prove that you'd suckered him in. But the old poker player had an ace up his sleeve. You see, he didn't need any paperwork. He had everything he needed, right there on that security video.
So, what did you get for your birthday?
I got these earrings.
Ah, they're nice.
This sweet little teddy.
Look, some of us clubbed together and we've got you this.
That's wonderful.
Ryan, happy birthday, Nate. I can't open my door.
Well, let's go and try it again. Happy birthday.
I've seen the video, Jason. I've got it hidden away. Quite apart from what it reveals about you as a human being, it must have turned your little scheme on its head.
What video?
Oh, come on. A good poker player knows when to stop bluffing. We've played it through. We've played it right through to the end.
We?
My vice president and I. Face it, we've got you by the short and curlies. Just like Charles Belgrave did. He was blackmailing you, wasn't he? Either you fulfilled your obligation to him as he saw them, or...
What do you want from me, Michael?
Well, there you go.
Okay, now you try.
Okay. See? I'm not going in there, thanks.
No. More to the point, someone doesn't want you in there.
The spook?
The spook. But it seems he does want me in there.
But why?
Well, that's the obvious deduction, isn't it? You can't open the door, I can. So he wants you out and me in.
So, what are you going to do then?
Go in, I suppose.
You can't bloody well go in there.
Well, that's what I'm here for, Minnie. Answers. There may be an answer in this room. Don't worry, it'll be perfectly all right. If I'm not out in 5 minutes, call a lifeboat.
Lifeboat?
Matthew, you know what you were saying the other day about UFOs? Do you think there are any?
No, not really. No, in fact, definitely not.
So you don't think there's life out there?
Ah, no, I didn't say that. No, in fact, there definitely is life out there, just as there definitely aren't any UFOs.
Hang on, you're not making sense.
No, it does. Listen. Our sun is only one star in our galaxy, right? In our galaxy, there are 100,000 million stars, right?
Yeah, I read that.
Right, and many of them have planets, right? So it's inconceivable that our sun is the only one with a planet that can support life. It's utterly impossible for there not to be life in space.
But then there's UFOs.
No.
There's bound to be.
No. Look, imagine life like us. Right? When we discovered Australia, we didn't just sort of creep away and pretend we'd never been there. We sent in the missionaries, we captured natives, and then we mapped out the place.
And what's that got to do with anything?
Well, look, if an alien spacecraft bothered to come all this way, he wouldn't just have a quick look around and go away again. He'd make his presence felt. In fact, he'd probably rip off our natural resources and leave us destitute.
They have made their presence felt.
Look, I'm sorry, but I don't see alien spacecraft flying around ferrying coal in outer space, do you?
No, but they've definitely kidnapped people.
No, it's just old wives' tales. Don't believe a word of it.
No, it's true, and anyway, they wouldn't steal our natural resources.
It's a bit of a wasted trip, then.
No, they're not like us. They're more sophisticated. They've learned from their mistakes. They don't want to do what the Australians did, you know, dig up all the wealth, kill the natives and take it all away. They're more enlightened.
Jenny, I admire your faith, I really do. But the first UFO that comes over our horizon is going to make us believe in their God, whatever that is. And they're going to steal anything that isn't nailed down.
Oh, so you believe they will come then?
Maybe, but they haven't yet. Definitely not.
Matthew, you're such a cynic.
It's not cynicism, it's logic. Your problem is you think about everything with your heart instead of your head. You're all heart.
Ryan, are you there? Your 5 minutes are up. Open the door. Hello? God. Well, what happened?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Nothing. It's perfectly okay. You can come in.
Oh, no, thanks. I'm not bloody going in there. Look, can you pass me my coat? It's just on the settee. Thanks. Yeah, I'm going home. But the doors open when you want them to open. There's not all this weird stuff going on. Thanks. I'm going then.
I'm sure you'll feel better in the morning.
I don't think so. I've had it with this place. Bloody spooks.
Bloody spooks.
So near and yet so far, huh? Ah, you must have had visions of going back to your father. And him saying, well done, son. You're a good and faithful servant. You're worthy to carry on my empire. But then it was all snatched away from me, wasn't it?
What do you want, Smail?
A deal. You fulfill your father's obligations to Charles Belgrave, and we shake hands and walk away.
And you're prepared to forget about Belgrave's misfortune?
Don't give a damn about it. Not when the alternative is saving my company.
And what if I said I didn't have $1 billion?
Oh, I don't want $1 billion.
No.
No. You see, unlike Charles Belgrave, I don't want the whole pound of flesh. I'm prepared to accept this company's responsibility for its own mistakes. Spear Mining picks up half the company's losses on copper futures trading, which fall due on January the 2nd. And you were right, by the way. That's about $1 billion US.
And in return?
Well, in return, you get your video.
So, you get to keep the company and I get away with murder. Yeah?
That's about the size of it, yes.
And I just have to find $500 million.
That's only fair.
I really wish it was that simple. This will have to be a first and last miscalculation in many respects.